A Brief Vacation. Monday, January 30th, 1984. The afternoon is already growing late. Aged orange sunlight casts its glow through the bedroom window and I can feel the day slipping away from me an hour at a time. It won't be long until I start hearing school buses making their rounds. I stayed home from school today because I didn't feel very good after being stuck outside in the cold on a bike all day yesterday. I'm not actually sick, but I don't feel particularly well either. So why risk it? I hate this time of day whenever I stay home from school because I can feel my brief vacation nearing its end. Soon things will revert back to normal and I'll have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday to get through before I can stay home again legally. I've spent the day playing with the VIC-20 and my other games. When not doing that, I've stayed in bed with my books with educational television playing in the background. I borrowed a couple of games from Toby Crow the other day. One is an Atari 2600 game called Journey Escape. The objective of the proceedings is to guide the rock group Journey safely away from crowds of screaming fans. All of this is accompanied by a primitive recitation of the song Don't Stop Believin'. The other game is from Intellivision and it's a pretty fun version of Dungeons and Dragons. Me and Terry and his nephew Scott have already spent hours on that one and I enjoyed several turns at it earlier today. I saw on the back of one of my Star Wars comics that there's a new Intellivision D&D cartridge out now called Treasure of Tarman and it looks fantastic. It puts you in an actual 3D environment and if it wasn't so expensive I would grab it up in an instant. Oh, look at this on the TV. Hold on. They'll show it again here in a minute. Last week the whole Super Bowl Sunday thing happened. Sometime during the game Apple Computers ran a fascinating ad that has been replayed several times since then on news broadcasts. It plays off the whole George Orwell book 1984 featuring Big Brother and all that. It's a black and white ad. At least on my black and white television, it is. Here it is. On a massive theater screen, a bespectacled Big Brother gives a numbing pep talk accompanied by the sound of disturbing music that I can imagine anyone would ever willingly listen to. A crowd of glass-eyed onlookers watches in pale rows. A woman in a white shirt and dark shorts carrying what appears to be an Olympic torch suddenly runs forward in slow motion. She's actually carrying a large hammer. She winds up for the throw. She lets the hammer fly and shatters the movie screen. The crowd is bathed in a bright, dusty wind while a synthetic choir wails.
January 24th, Apple Computer will introduce Macintosh. And you'll see why 1984 won't be like 1984.
Ain't that cool? Excuse me a moment, but I need to have an extended coughing fit. It turns out that I do have a few lingering side effects from being outside yesterday after all. I've missed more school in just the past few weeks than I did in the months before Christmas break. We had a few snowy days in January that kept me at home even though school itself was in session. But aside from that, I guess I'm just getting lazy. I told you before that I am in danger of slipping back into my old bad student habits, and perhaps we now have some tangible evidence that just such a thing could actually be happening. I'm sure that I'll hear from Terry when he gets home. He'll call and ask me just where I was today and then tell me that I'm just faking being sick. Karen will ask me the same thing tomorrow in science class. She won't accuse me of faking, but when she hears about my dumb little adventure in the wind and cold, she will most assuredly not be happy with me.